Beer Mail episode number 30 of
Brutal Battle.
Yep. So this is the one where it's half from Emily Bowling, who we did the last two beer mails with beers from. And actually, it's not a beer, it's a cider. We already talked about that on another episode, right? Didn't we?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure we did. So it's a cider, but, it's still booze. It's still, like, beer adjacent. There's fermentation involved and all that jazz. And then the second one is from Jason Tabling, a family friend, who gave us a beer last year. It's in a 750 milliliter bottle. It does say Best Buy 2022, so it's already obviously past its prime, but we'll see how it is. But that'll be our second one. The first one, we're going to do the cider. Did you want to introduce it?
Yeah, I'll introduce it. This is by Two Towns Cider House. Hollow Jack Pumpkin Cider. It's 6.9%. It's in a 16-ounce can. I think that's about it. Two Towns, I think they're out of Corvallis.
Yeah. And
it has the nutrition facts on it.
No, nice. So again, this was the one that I wanted to get through Taver so that you would have been able to blind taste it, but I wasn't able to get it because it had gotten sold out. And then I checked with Emily when I texted her and I was like, can you get this? Because I knew it was from Corvallis, which is where she is. And she was like, oh yeah, I can get that. So she brought us 2 cans. So if we like this...
I hope we like it.
Yeah, I hope we do too. It sounded up your alley, like pumpkin stuff you're interested in. Plus, I don't think we've ever had a pumpkin cider.
Yeah, I haven't had a cider in a long time.
Yeah. Well, let's find out how this one's hitting us. This can is not that full. Mm. I mean, it's like full, but there's a decent amount of space at the top.
I used to drink cider a lot more before I got into beer.
I don't even... Oh, Woodchuck.
Yeah.
You were a Woodchuck fan.
Do they even make that anymore?
Probably. I mean, I don't really see it around so much, but we also aren't looking for cider. So.
Yeah. I used to really like Woodchuck.
But actually, we went through a stint, remember, and I think we had some on the podcast when we were drinking Millstone.
Oh, right.
Which doesn't exist anymore. They closed shop years ago at this point, but they had amazing ciders.
Very different.
Yeah. It was like spontaneous,
funky,
spontaneous fermentation ciders.
Okay. So it's very clear, very pale yellow.
I shorted you a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's very yellow. Love how clear it is. Clear. It looks wonderful. Oh.
It smells really good.
It does. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of that apple in there.
So like Thanksgiving fall.
Yeah. It is a base of cider, and then after you smell that, I'm getting spices. Do you think you smell actual pumpkin? I mean, it smells like there's spices.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I get like nutmeg, clove, cinnamon. But it's not out of kilter.
So it's Pacific Northwest apples, caramelized heirloom pumpkin, spiced with nutmeg, allspice, cinnamon, and then finished with toasted oak.
Okay. I don't think I mean, it smells pumpkin-y, but it's hard to know, is it just the spicing that makes you think of pumpkin stuff? But
this is tasty.
Yeah.
It's so light and refreshing too. It's a little pumpkin-y, a little spicy, a little...
That is good.
It's very tasty.
Oh, wow. And I feel like the pumpkin gives it a little bit of a meatiness. You know what I mean? It gives it more body. That's interesting.
I really like it. I don't think I could drink 16 ounces by myself.
No. Mainly because of the spices.
Yeah. But I like it.
The spices aren't too pronounced, though.
No.
I feel like I taste the apple first, then the pumpkin.
And then the
spices. So, I mean, that's appropriate for me. That's what I would ideally want for something like this, to, taste it in that order.
This would have been delicious for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It's just
True.
Perfect for Thanksgiving.
I mean, we had it. We had it available. We just didn't know. I think I'd forgotten about it at that point.
It's very good.
But hey, we have another one. Should we hold it for next Thanksgiving?
No.
But I think she said it comes out every year. Oh, so if she comes to visit before Thanksgiving next year, then maybe we can ask her to bring it. Or, if she shows up before Thanksgiving, we can do that. Because, you're totally right. This would be great with Thanksgiving dinner. Great. Yeah, this is really good. I actually am enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I'd think it's like decent, but like not be wanting to drink more after the podcast. But I'll drink this whole thing with you. It's very nice.
It's different because we haven't had cider in a while either, so it's something.
Yeah. But we've had ciders from this place before,
we have.
though. Now that I think about it more, she has in years past brought other ciders from them before. I think there was one year she brought that was like Christmas themed and it had like cranberry with it, and that was really good. But we've had at least 2 other ones. Oh yeah, I guess I can look at my Untapped. Okay,
I cannot because I fell off the wagon again.
That's not how you use that phrasing. That's very different. Off the wagon means you're drinking again.
I fell off the Untapped using wagon again.
Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. So what is it? 2 towns? Oh, it's a little really. Actually, we've had a decent amount. We've had 5. So we had what was the one we liked the most of theirs? Was there Jinja Ninja was one that we really liked. Just tropical and exotic has raw ginger root in it. I mean, that's up my alley. I love
you
ginger.
probably liked it more than I did.
I'm a big ginger fan. And then the other one we really liked was the Cosmic Currant, which had cranberries, black currants, and Northwest apples.
Okay.
So I was right about the cranberry thing. I remember that. I just didn't remember the black currants. So, yeah. And then we had a few others that we thought were decent. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had more than I thought from them. So that's cool. But I think this might be my favorite of what we've had from them. Either this or the cranberry one, from what I remember.
The booze level feels like it's like really low. But
Well,
it's 6.9.
You said, what is it again?
6.9.
6.9.
Like,
Yeah, it
damn
tastes
near
lower.
7.
Yeah, it tastes like it's like 5.5, maybe. I can get you in some trouble.
I feel like that's like high for ciders, but again, I don't really know because I don't drink a lot.
Yeah, we don't drink them, so. Okay, so let's move on to the second one. I guess I'll introduce this one. This is a 750 milliliter bottle. This is by Boulevard Brewing, who's out of, where are they? Somewhere in Missouri, I believe. Boulevard, where are you at? Kansas City, Missouri. I was correct. This is called Smooth Fuzz. It's their apricot sour ale. This is one of their limited releases. It is 7.2% alcohol, so it's actually
lower than the cider.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a little higher.
Slightly higher. They're almost the same.
Yeah.
They're like 0.3 off.
Yeah, they're like basically the same.
It's negligible, By the way, if anyone's hearing a rumbling in the recording, that's because someone with a loud car has started it in the neighborhood. But it is possible that this microphone is filtering that out, hopefully. We'll see. Okay. So, since this is kind of like past its prime, I'm just going to make a guess here. I'm guessing, before I'm even smelling it or anything, that it's going to be kind of like acetone type, like nail polish remover type smell, maybe taste to it, like kind of aggressive, extra vinegary. But we'll see. It looks orange, very orange, which makes sense. There's apricot in this. You can't see through it either. There's stuff floating in there.
It smells like so sour.
Yeah.
Like my mouth is like salivating.
Yeah. It smells very, very, very sour. This is definitely not one of those beers where you're like, oh, this is more like tart. No, this is like sour.
This is like rip your face off sour. Like hurts your taste buds sour.
I don't know that I get like that acetone to it quite,
I don't.
But I get a little pencil shaving smell to it, slightly.
I can see that. I don't know if I get apricot per se, but it is like that peachy.
Okay.
Stone fruit. A stone fruit, if you will.
Honestly, I feel like I smell slight apple.
Because it could be like a plum, peach, or nectarine.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. I get a bit of honey on the nose, actually, the more I smell it. I would say that I'm smelling some apple. A lot of the times I end up getting an apple smell with older sour beers. It feels like that's just like something that they start to transition to in their older age.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad. We'll see.
Not bad.
It's not as sour as it smelled.
Nope, not at all.
It's definitely sour, though. Yeah, I mean, it's sour.
I mean, it's making me, like, really salivate.
So it's like, the sourness is really hitting me, like, tip of my tongue and the sides.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more sour than I like.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate what it is. And, like, I was concerned that some of the fruit was going to fall out.
It tastes appley to me. Like, I am getting that apricot in there, but I'm also tasting a lot of apple flavor. Like I was saying, like, you know, these sours get older and they just start to taste kind of appley.
I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I am with it.
It's hard because, like, this style, I mean, even in its prime, it probably was very sour to begin with.
Probably.
And that just, like, isn't usually my wheelhouse with beers.
There's, like, I don't know if you can pick up on this either, but there's, like, a little bit of this kind of, like, weird spice earthiness to it that kind of comes off as, like, slightly, like, caraway seeds to me. I don't know if you try it again, if you feel like you can get that, but it's just like an extra dimension to that flavor profile, which is interesting. But I have a feeling that when this was fresh, the apricot was a lot more robust, and it was probably much better then. It's not bad now, but I don't prefer it either.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, we're probably not going to drink this.
Yeah,
when we're
I'm
done.
not going to drink it.
We will be drinking the cider, though.
Yeah.
So, that's a plus. But thank you, Emily. Thank you, Jason. Neither of them will probably listen to this, but thank you anyway. But, yeah, that's it. Where are we going after this? Maybe Cellar Dive. Maybe Currently Drinking. Maybe go back to more mystery beers. I know we've talked about maybe doing more of the, one of us is going in blind and doing, like, a specific style. Because I know we've done that in the past. I feel like it'd be really fun to see if we can do, like, straight-up stouts. Like, no barrel aging. Like, could be imperial, but, like, nothing added. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's hard to find.
It would be tough to find, but maybe we could get enough. Even for just a few episodes. Like 2 or 3.
I would love that. I love this stuff.
That would be fun. Especially, well, because when we're recording, you know, this is in winter, and
not winter yet. It's still fall.
Okay, well, it feels like winter right now. But when we would get to that, it would probably be winter.
Because next weekend officially is winter.
Okay, I don't keep up with those dates. I just live my life, and then I gauge it based off what it feels like when I leave the house. It's just like, oh, it feels like winter. I'm going to call it winter. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Since I was talking about we might do this style of episode, just send us an email if you have a preference on the types of episodes we do, because we can accommodate that. You know, brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. It's always good to kind of touch base and find out what people are enjoying the most. So yeah, but anyway, thanks everyone for listening, and until next time.
Keep it brutal.
I feel so